allow me to fill you in on a little secret. I'm actually not supposed to be here right now. And you might be wondering, what does this guy mean? Well, let me take you back all the way to the spring semester of 2023. I was taking a course called Cognitive Psychology, shout out Dr. Housechild, and I ended up failing this class. And it set me back, it hurt my GPA, and it hurt my mindset going into this summer research experience in California. And I only had one option, and that was to keep going. I had to prevail from this adversity and tell myself, just keep going, Jairo. I felt like I didn't belong in this research program. I felt that someone else should be in this program. I was feeling the imposter syndrome. So like I said before, I just had to keep going. So as you can see, I had the opportunity to touch brains. I even had the opportunity to work on an MRI machine, which is pretty cool. And I had the opportunity to hike the Hollywood sign. I also walked along by the beach thinking I'm Ryan Gosling in the middle of La La Land. I don't know why. As you can see, there's no picture because I was actually in the movie. I'm Ryan Gosling. As you can see, this is me. So I was part of Summer Institute in Neuroscience at the University of California in Irvine. And over 600 applicants applied for this program, and only 20 of us got in, which is crazy to believe that. I got in. I was surrounded by 19 other scholars just like me, and I was blessed to have a magnificent research team that helped me and a fantastic graduate student mentor. And all of these three components, they all propelled me to a new level that I never even thought possible within inside of myself. So let me take you to what I ended up doing for those 8 weeks over the summer. So I conducted neuroscientific research for the first time ever, and I specifically looked at how sex or gender and emotional memory discrimination is affected by individuals with depression. So, episodic memory is the ability to recall past or prior events. It has what, where, and when components. As you can see, that's me last year at the Ignite Symposium, and you might be wondering, that's the same exact suit he's wearing. Yep, shout out my mom. Is she here? Mom, she's here, she came in. Wow. Talk about timing, wow. So shout out to her for feeding me right, because I'm still in this same exact navy blue suit. If I could talk here for the next 5 to 7 minutes about my mom, I really would. But we have to get back to research. So episodic memory is the ability to recall past or prior events. It has what, where, and when components. You might be wondering why I use this example of this navy blue suit. Well, this ability to discern or discriminate similar events is called pattern separation, and it is a critical function of the hippocampus, which is responsible for learning and memory in your brain, and it's located in your medial temporal lobe. And it looks like that seahorse right there. It's pretty funny looking, if you ask me. As I said before, the purpose of our study was to see how sex or gender and emotional memory discrimination affects those with depression. Emotions are known to modulate our memories and reducing our memories for details, which is why it was important to figure out if males and females differed in our research. So for our task, we used an emotional pattern separation task, or EMOPS for short, and we had 71 participants, splitting them up between two groups, our control and our depression group, and we split them up based off their Beck Depression Inventory 2 scores. Given previous literature, we found that women feel emotions more intensely, and that is why we hypothesized that they would feel emotions more intensely. So let me take you through our task. In our task, we asked participants to rate an image giving it an emotional value or valence. This could have been negative, positive, or neutral. And later on, we asked if they were to identify if the image was old or new. And then we calculated their scores using a Luhr discrimination index. Despite previous literature that stated that women feel emotions more intensely, we didn't find any significant results. So I probably did it wrong. So the purpose of this study, like I said before, it aimed to highlight the relationship between sex, depression, and emotional memory patterns. And finding this is important because it can help us find an individualized and effective treatment towards depression. Now, to conclude, we'll keep it there. Now to conclude, I want to ask if there's anyone in this room doing a research experience or an internship for the first time this summer. Wow, no one. Oh, we have one. Can we clap it up for her? Congrats to you. Well, you just saw me present about something I had no idea about a year ago. So if I'm standing here, you can do it too. Before I even got into the summer research experience, I had already failed. In my mind, I thought I couldn't do it. So I want to encourage all of you. If you fail, keep going, because there's no such thing as failure, only giving up. Your greatest setbacks are propelling you towards your greatest successes. So just like how my research had no significant results, it's the same way in life. You don't have to have significant results all the time, every day or every week. If you keep going at it day by day, week by week, I guarantee you that at the end of 6 months or even a year, you'll end up knowing more than you would have imagined, or you would have accomplished more than you ever thought possible. So keep going. And I want to leave you all with this. Think of your life as a bow and arrow. The farther an arrow is extended when you're pulling it, the farther forward it goes. So use your setbacks and your failures like that arrow and let it propel you to a new level that you never thought possible within inside of yourself. And with that, I hope I've ignited a little spark inside of all of you today. Thank you.